I spot this little hedgehog with the mushroom, and I excitedly put him into my cart. Well, it was a gloomy, gloomy day here in Las Vegas, but I needed to get out and do a little shopping, so here we go. All right, I'm just not even going to fight with the music today. You just get me talking, so I hope that's okay. I spot this folding wood book stand, and in the past I've seen these do quite well. I just wasn't super motivated today, but this would be a good thing to pick up. You could definitely make some money on it. I'm always fascinated how they put these things together. These are monogrammed ornaments from Kirkland's. Not worth a whole lot, and you have to have somebody with the right initial. A little cross-stitch bunny. I think that's cross-stitch. You can correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments. Of course, all the Christmas stuff is out now. This is a company called, I don't know if it's Figgy or Fiji, but I looked up cookie jars and they don't sell for enough to deal with the hassle of trying to ship that thing. Quite a few Kirkland's things. Not very high-end. I like the clock, but I really don't do clocks. Too much can go wrong when you ship them, so I do tend to stay away from clocks. I thought for sure I was going to turn this around and it was going to say Austin Productions, but it said replica, which I found kind of interesting. But big, heavy, and $10, I left that one behind. Now I'm here again on a sale day. I don't know what I'm thinking. It's Saturdays is there. It's $1 for the color of the week. I guess this is how they decide what goes in the trash on Mondays. I did like this teapot. It is by a company called Flowers Ink Balloons, and I found one $14.99. Not even getting a bid. And I know if you have the entire set of these 12 Days of Christmas glasses, they can do okay, but you really need the entire set. I thought that was kind of fun. Looks like somebody just took a Sharpie to that glass. I was trying to figure out what the can of Instant Decorative Snow in a Can was, which opens on both sides. I still don't know. Little animatronic ballerina kind of thing there. I really try to stay away from anything that plugs in too. This was a set of little Native American angel ornaments that somebody had busted open the bag, probably just wanted one thing out of it, and well, I don't want to accuse, but why not just leave it in the bag? Inflatables do pretty good this time of year, but that little angel only sells for about $15. There was this whole stack of Snowmen Plates, and they didn't even have a brand name, so I decided to leave those. Couldn't figure out what this was, and then I saw it was Wilton's, and Wilton's does like baking stuff, so those are some kind of little molds. And nothing else exciting up here. I thought this had an interesting shape to it, but it would just said stainless, china, nothing special about it. And then I see these Tapestry Placemats, and I really loved the color. They wanted $2 a piece, but a set of 4 only sells for about $10. This turns out to be a hobbyist piece, as you can see there. I almost picked these up, but I'm really trying to stay away from the little knicky-knacky stuff and really set my eyes on better margin stuff, because there are only so many hours in the day to get stuff listed. This is soapstone, and he's rather large, as you can see, and I think they based the pricing off some of the much smaller ones that you see online, because this is actually a good price for a large piece of carved soapstone. So I did pick him up. And I'm just not seeing anything real exciting. I'm seeing things that I have seen there for at least a couple months, which kind of goes back to my wondering, like, how do they decide what they throw away? But I'm just not even going to try to figure it out anymore. This little egg cup I liked, but it was very modern. You could tell it just was no sharpness to the detail. Clowns. We will stay away from the clowns. She just put this little dog on the shelf as I was standing there, so I had to pick it up and give it a look, but it was another hobbyist piece. I thought this might have been a Swarovski crystal for a moment, but it was not. It was, and you can tell because it had no weight to it. A Swarovski would have some weight to it. You would feel the quality. Just kind of scanning for anything that looks exciting. I pulled this from the back. This is a Eur, I think is how you say it, E-W-E-R. It looked like it had a little age to it, and the glass was interesting, but they wanted $25, and it's a more modern piece. It's not a super old one. So $25, too much to pay. And I did pick up the cat. I don't know if it's a soap dish or a trivet. I guess you could use it for either or. And I'll probably give that to my daughter, who has a little fat black cat that looks like that. And then we'll just leave it on a patriotic cow. These are also an onyx, and as you can see, these would sell pretty good if they weren't all chipped up. These were cute, but they were kind of like, I don't know, like Hobby Lobby kind of decorative stuff. I picked up this bowl expecting it to be super heavy, and you can see I'm just flipping it around, which tells you it has like no weight to it for the size. That's an indication it's probably a piece you should leave behind. That section was a little wiped out. I spotted this wooden angel, and there was something about her that was really eye-appealing. Now, she's not old. You can see there, 2019. But you can get away with buying modern and contemporary things if they have really good eye appeal. And she does. So now I'm kind of looking through the rest of the wooden items, and he had a broken horn. I guess an antelope has horns. Deer have antlers. Yeah, got that. This was interesting, but doesn't have any indication of who did it or its age. Probably a home crafted piece, maybe. So I left that one behind. I did pick out this little wooden nativity scene, but there were some pieces floating around in there, and they wanted $5. So that one did not go in my cart. Now I'm seeing again some of these laser wooden cut fold up baskets. If I can figure out how to, oh no, wrong end. There we go. And you see there, I don't know, they just fascinate me, but they don't bring a lot of money. So I did leave those behind. I liked the bear, but the bear, again, had absolutely no weight to him, and he was made in China, probably a dollar store item. That little red China, made in China tag is usually an indicator of mass marketed cheap stuff. Now I pulled this out and just to take a peek. I have one with an owl on it currently listed, and it's not really getting any action, so that is what made me leave the ducks behind. Nothing exciting in the metal. Still nothing exciting in the metal. And that wasn't even metal. And we've got the brass. And let's move on to the vases. Lots of clear, plain, see them everywhere vases. I spotted these decanters. Got excited for a minute till I turned them over and saw made in China $5.99 from Hobby Lobby. I got really excited when I saw this is a basket that you would put on your stairs. And then when you fill it up with stuff and you carry it upstairs and it sits really nice. And I put it in my cart and then I noticed it had that big chunk of damage right there, which kind of led me to question the integrity of the basket, because I would totally have used that and probably put a few heavy things in there. So I did put it back. Nothing grabbing my attention here. I always have to look through all of the faux plants, and I'm really still drawn to the fake fruit and vegetables, but I do leave them behind unless I find something super different. This is how they're bringing out carts of stuff now, so I did take a peek. They're no longer rolling out the big cart at this store. I spot this little hedgehog with the mushroom, and I excitedly put him into my cart. But sadly, I will tell you, I ended up putting him back because he had a chip on the rim. I was so excited when I first found him, I didn't even look that hard. I know. I was sad too. This mug was interesting, but not interesting enough to go into my cart. Help! I think that's like, is that the Beatles? I don't know. What the heck is it? Just another interesting mug there. Yeah, I see its partner over there. I was too lazy tonight to put them together. And scanning the glassware. Nothing's jumping out at me. I mean, I like the colored glass on the bottom, but it was newer. It had a very lightweight feel to it. Nothing exciting. I see quite a bit of this glass, so it doesn't really pull me in. Now these, surprisingly, they have these tags on the bottom that says Kalalolola, however you say that. And I looked up, and that is a company that does sell for some good money. It is recycled glass, so that would have been a good purchase. But I did leave them behind because I didn't know. And I know you guys tell me, oh, why don't you look that stuff up? Because I simply don't need the inventory right now, and I'm just as happy to leave it for someone else. A lot of my Las Vegas locals watch the videos. They can go back and get it. Candlewick is surprisingly coming up in value, I'm finding out. And this was interesting, and it's not actually wood. It's a ceramic multi-purpose product Inc. is how it's marked, but they don't bring much money. Actually, there was no sold comps. There was only some that were offered for sale for under $10. Loved this chicken. He was a Ellen something for Boston Warehouse, but he had a big ding on his little wattles right there. And again, I do really good with rooster stuff. On any other day, I probably would have picked that up to take to the booth, but just not super motivated tonight, so I left it behind. So yeah, if anybody's watching, this is the store in Las Vegas on Fort Apache and at Flamingo. At the corner of Fort Apache and Flamingo. Yes, that's it. I like these glass coasters, but again, I looked them up when I got home and there's no sold comps and they're only being listed for like $10 to $12. I did like these wooden shakers. I couldn't make out what that said on the bottom. But there was something that did not feel old about them. I think they're just made to look old. They're not actually old. So I don't know. I could be wrong. I could be totally wrong on that. But I did leave them behind because they were like $4 and $3. So it would have been $7 for the set. And they wanted $4 for a set of salt and peppers. And these are pretty modern salt and peppers. So not a lot of resale value there. Thought that was cute, but very big and bulky. And then I go and look at the big and bulky bowl just because I'm kind of looking at all the glassware right now. The recycled glass market is really hot. It isn't just Fire and Light. There's other brands of recycled glass that are doing well also. This is Falstaff Patio Garden. It is definitely a leave on the shelf pattern. This is another Boston Warehouse piece that I thought was really cute, but not cute enough to make it into my cart because it's still about an $8 to $10 item. And these are a really cool set of spongeware canisters, but they did not have a name on the bottom. And they were super, super heavy. All right, on to the dishes. I did spot this and I contemplated it for a moment, but something said no. The Wedgwood plates with the children's stories. I couldn't even find this one, but I found Ugly Duckling, which is more desirable. And that one had its original box and everything and still only brought $13. So that was a good item to leave on the shelf. I'm just always looking at the brands that are trying to mimic like the Fiesta ware. You know, they try to pop out those colors and designs. Nothing too exciting till I spotted the horsies. And it's Royal, I forget. I'll show it in my haul. But because it had horses, I did pick it up. It is my plan to do the haul video attached to the video that I put up tomorrow. So if you want to know more about the things that went in my cart, I'll have them in the haul. This is cast iron, super heavy, made in China. They wanted $10 and it only sells for $5 to $8. This ended up being an empty box. I'm sure it was not empty when it went out on the shelf. I'm just saying. Nice set of silverware, very functional set of silverware. Giving a quick peek at the lamp section. Nothing really exciting here. This oil lamp that's been converted to electric, I probably should have picked this up. This could have been a good item, but they wanted 20. And again, I just wasn't super motivated tonight, so I left it. And that's it. That is pretty much all I ended up getting. A very kind of sad looking cart. I did get my daughter a blankie to be cozy for cuddling at night. So with that, go be profitable and make it fun. And we'll see you tomorrow. All right, bye.